disgusting, man. What are you eating this for, man? You have such a bad taste in food, man. What kind of garbage is this, man? Your kitchen music sucks. What are you listening to that for, man? This is getting kind of deep right now, man. Who's cutting onions right now, man? Why are you watching these cartoons for, man? Are you a little old for this stuff now? You should be watching something like Jersey Shore or something, you little sissy. You know, I'm tired of this, man. Just get out of my house. Bro, you don't even live here.
This is not a vacation. This is work.
Fights when you have a long time in between, you still work a lot on strength and conditioning?
At first, there's one thing, I don't believe in strength conditioning. I never do strength conditioning. I do not believe that doing running on a treadmill or doing I don't know what so-called machine, I don't believe that's going to help you have a better cardio during the fight. I think everything in fighting is about efficiency.
So you don't do strength and conditioning as far as like hitting tires with sledgehammers?
And I never did in my life. I remember I had a...
Of motion. The fitness industry, and in particular gyms, have become obsessed with superficial appearances. So the measures for progress have become weight, sets, repetitions, and even attempts to target muscles individually.
Do prepare the legs in these perfect positions. You can't move for shit. These are the worst movers on the planet. Fitness people. They are the people who invest the most amount of time into their physical practice and move the poorest. Of course, the couch potatoes are worse. But for the amount of time invested in movement, they are the worst.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Ryan. I'm listening to Prince of Listening Fitness. So today's topic is bodybuilding practical. So when I say bodybuilding, by the way, I mean like as a general term, just kind of like lifting weights to try and build muscle for aesthetic reasons. So even if you fall under the men's physique category of competition, if that's your goal, I mean that as well. Like I mean that as a general term. So yeah. Anyway, the question is bodybuilding practical. Would it not make more sense to train martial arts so that you're more able to defend yourself in a hostile situation? Or, you know, would it not make more sense to just focus on bodyweight exercises so that, you know, if there's a time when you need to climb over a fence or something, you're able to do that no problem? Or, you know, would it not make more sense to play touch ball in the park? I mean, sorry, do movement like IDO Portal? The answer to is bodybuilding practical is yes, 100%. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So if you guys have been watching my vids, hopefully you would have noticed the fact that, you know, I train martial arts and I've been doing so for a couple of years now. And yeah, honestly, I'm a lifelong fan of it. And I also do it for self-defense reasons as well. And along with that, you know, I train calisthenics. You know, I just think it's so impressive what some people are able to do. So, you know, a lot of stuff to do with core strength I'm trying to get involved with. And yeah, along with that, also finally, I also train gymnastics as well. And honestly, it's just something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm so glad I started doing it because I enjoy it so much. I also just kind of like lift weights for just the aesthetic reasons as well. And the reason why I say all this is to hopefully get rid of some bias, because I mean, of course, I have been doing some things for a longer period of time than others, but at the same time, I have experimented with different things. I'm not speaking from just a bodybuilder's perspective. You know, I have kind of like been around the block as such. And, you know, I'm in no way trying to say that one thing is superior over the other. If anything, like I really do like IDO Portal and Roger Frampton. They make a lot of points that I agree with. So I do suggest that you go and check out some of their stuff. And this is also in no way like a direct response to them. I just kind of wanted to use them as an example. I've seen a lot of people in like comment sections and forums and stuff that have said similar type of things, but in a much more hostile way. And honestly, I just kind of feel like whatever training that you're trying to do, you know, as long as you're happy with the adaptations that it brings and you're aware of the dangers as well, because, you know, let's be honest, you can injure yourself walking out your front door. As long as you're happy with all that, I just think it's completely fine. You know, whatever training you want to do, you know, you just do it. I support it. So the truth is, yeah, over the years, I must have trained at like 3 or 4 gyms. I'd say 4 gyms, including one which was like a day session. But, you know, in the 3 gyms I have trained at, I've met, you know, I mean, along with, you know, the clips and the many people I've seen online in comment sections and stuff, I've come across people that, you know, really kind of despise bodybuilding a bit. You know, some of them were like mixed martial arts and martial arts, and they just kind of saw it as pointless, and they're, you know, and on the other hand, you had I came across a guy who was really into CrossFit, and he kind of despised bodybuilding. I remember him saying stuff like, "Oh, I just don't see the point in doing all this stuff just to look good." And yeah, I met another guy actually, and I don't even know what category to put him in. You know, I mean, but he apparently he just does like I think he just does compound exercises, and yeah, he was kind of trashing bodybuilding as well. Like, he just saying that there's no point in isolation movements and stuff like that. And I just feel like just do you know what I'm saying? Like, what just like, just focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so concerned about what I'm doing? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like it's not like I have a gun to your head and I'm saying, you know, you have to do what I do, because I don't. And I like, if anything, I don't want you to do what I do, because I like being different. You know, can you imagine how boring the world would be if everyone did the exact same thing? They had the same approach, they had the same goals, they had the same type of training. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine trying to find a machine that you want to use. 50 other guys want to use it because they have the same goals as you. So I really, honestly, I think we need to kind of celebrate our differences. Like, and I mean, to all the other athletes, like, you know, we should kind of like respect each other. I think, you know, whether you're martial arts or you're CrossFit, you know, whatever, man, we're still putting in work. You know, we're both showing up. You know, we're both following this diet. We're both putting our bodies through pain. You know, we're both doing it time and time again. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're not sedentary people. And even if you are a sedentary person, cool, man. Like, that don't bother me, man. You know, like, if that's the way you want to live your life, that's fine. I mean, honestly, I don't get it. And, you know, the thing is that, I mean, I really like GSP. I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of Roger Frampton as well. I'm a really big fan of IDO Portal. You know, obviously I poked them a little bit, but, you know, I think they're all great. You know, I think they're really, what they're doing is definitely unique. And I think for GSP, I think that clip is kind of old. I think his opinions might have changed a little bit when it comes to strength and conditioning. And obviously, like, I know it's not all of the people that are into movement that have that same opinion on bodybuilding, and I know it's not all the people that are into calisthenics, and I know it's not all the fighters that have that same like approach when it comes to bodybuilding. They don't all view it negatively. It's just some of them that do. So, you know, and if you're not that person and you know, you're cool with it, I respect you, man. And you know what, guys, just for the record, in case you didn't know, there are many benefits to weightlifting. Here's just to name a few. So decreased risk of developing coronary heart disease. So, you know, it increases your life expectancy. Increased bone density. Strengthens your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons. So it's a way you have less chance of developing osteoporosis or arthritis. Helps in reduction in stress, depression, and anxiety, which is a huge one. Raises your self-esteem once again, is huge. I mean, I read it online in an article that roughly 8% of people suffer with low self-esteem, which, to be honest with you, obviously you can't believe everything you read on the internet, but honestly it wouldn't even surprise me. So if that many people are, you know, suffering from this, and weightlifting is a way to counteract it, I definitely think a lot more people should be lifting weights. Just a few other ones. You know, it helps you sleep better. It helps your posture, improves your posture, and honestly, I just think it keeps you really disciplined. It gives you something to work for. It keeps you in check, I believe, 100%. And you know what? Yeah, even if a guy was just doing it just to look good and no other reason, so what, man? Who cares? You know, like he's the one that's going to the gym. He's the one that's buying all the equipment and everything, the supplements, the food. He's the one that's making all the sacrifices. So let him enjoy whatever adaptations come with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I do think that there are some bodybuilders that, you know, they have quite big egos, and they do kind of like walk around and think that they're better than everyone else. And those guys, I definitely think they need to check themselves. But you know, it's one of them things. You know, hate the player, don't hate the game. I'm sure there's a lot of like martial arts that are like that as well. People that practice, whether it's boxing or kickboxing, they really think they're better than everyone else. I'm sure there's a bunch of calisthenics guys as well. And once again, there's a lot of like fighters that are extremely disciplined because of that sport. And there's a lot of calisthenics guys that are extremely humble as well. Like, you know, I'm really not that good and stuff like that. So each different like whatever you want to call it, practice, there's good and bad people, you know, and I think the majority of them are good, but you just got some people that are just so bitter and they just look down on other people, and I really just do not understand it, you know. Like, obviously people will always hate on other people, it's nothing new, but I just don't understand the logic, you know. I just feel like if you don't like a certain type of training style, don't do it. If you don't like a certain type of food, don't eat it. If you don't like a certain type of show, don't watch it. If you don't like a certain type of music, don't listen to it. If there's a type of religion that you don't really agree with their beliefs and stuff, whatever, don't practice it, man. Why are you going around criticizing other people for? Like, why do you want me to be like an exact replica of you? You know, it's honestly, I will never understand. But anyway, guys, that's been the video. Bodybuilding is 100% practical. Let me know if you guys can relate to anything like this. If people just constantly saying like your way is the wrong way and stuff like that, you know. And once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Email me any videos you'd like to see in the future, and yeah, follow me on social media. I'll put my links in the description, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time, folks.